Shut up. Shut up.
Never had a chance, not never.
Hello and welcome to January's In The Game. I'm Kyle Walker and as always I'm joined by
Julian Lesker.
And can I still say this? I'm not too sure, but I'm going to say it anyway. Happy New Year from myself and everyone here at Manchester City. What a start it has been to 2021. A brilliant 3-1 win against Chelsea. Straight through to our first final of the year with a 2-0 victory against Manchester United and into the fourth round of the FA Cup. I mean, Julian, it couldn't be a better start to the year, could it?
Yeah, it's been unreal. Again, I think since the West Brom game, the performances, results, everything's just come together. It's kind of what we've been suggesting in previous months and reviews, but it's come together and it's been outstanding.
There was so much talk about certain players not being involved in the Chelsea clash, but Manchester City still put on the performance that they did. It's been non-stop since then. They've carried it on. I mean, it's just incredible to see that they're able to perform at this level.
Yeah, again, obviously, we know the strength and depth in the squad, but to see players playing in not recognised positions and just kind of perform to the normal high standards is remarkable to them as individuals, and also Pep's obviously kind of understanding and now tactically. The Chelsea game, I think that's the one we kind of judge it on because they were in a great place themselves. Confidence was high. And when you put a performance like that, so dominant, it kind of sets the standard and fear down throughout the Premier League, and it's been evident ever since.
It definitely did that in the Carabao Cup as well. We came up against Manchester United. We beat them 2-0. It was quite convincing, even though it was a Manchester derby. City made light work of it. It's always good to be your neighbour team, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And again, of the kind of the league derby match, it could only be better. That wasn't obviously the greatest games for either team. Not a great performance, but I think the fact that both teams are in a different space, confidence-wise, performance-wise, position-wise in the league, that played into the hands. Obviously, no team was then going to approach that game and try not to lose. Obviously, being a one-legged tie, you kind of have to win or go out to win. And Man City did that again. Obviously, no kind of recognised striker, but it didn't show. It showed the quality that the players have in any position.
And then the winning form continued. FA Cup third round came around the corner. It meant that Birmingham came to the Etihad. Again, light work. It sets up a fourth round tie against Cheltenham. I'm just loving it, Jolyon, because we seem to be scoring more and more goals. The performances are here as well. Everything's good. Yeah,
again, the chances we also creating them. It was just a conversion of them. And I'm sure like some City fans was expecting a rotation in the team, the squad against Birmingham, but it wasn't to be. Pep picked a very strong team, and they all contributed and obviously did what we expect them to do.
Never had a chance, not never.
The Team of the Year nominations were announced by EA last week, and I'll say it again, 4 Manchester City players made the team. So let's take a look at who was chosen.
I make Team of the Year. Yoo-hoo!
Kevin De Bruyne is in my Team of the Year because he's the best midfielder.
He's the best player in the Premier League. He makes passes nobody else can play.
Quite simply, the best midfielder in the world, visionary.
In goal for the FIFA Team of the Year, it's got to be Ederson. Nothing gets past him.
Nothing gets past Eddie.
His distribution is absolutely awesome.
He's good with his feet and saves big shots.
He's one of the best keepers in the world.
Laporte makes my Team of the Year because he is a great central back.
He's a solid defender.
He's a one-man army at the back.
Oh, what a challenge, Laporte, man. They got to start putting respect on your name. He's got to be in the Team of the Year.
Raheem Sterling is in my Team of the Year because he's fast, but he's definitely not faster than me.
That pace because he's havoc when he's in the team.
He scores a lot.
He never stops scoring goals and is a great player.
If you're at home and you're watching this, well, make sure that you can be heard as well. Make sure you do vote. 4 Manchester City players are involved, as we said. So make sure you have your say. Make sure they get into that Team of the Year.
Never had a chance, not never.
The EClub World Cup is currently underway, with Shels and Ryan Pessoa having made their way through round 1 and 2 to reach the halfway point of qualification. Now, we managed to catch up with them both to find out what it's like preparing for and taking part in the EClub World Cup and life as a professional esports player in general. Ryan and Shells, thank you for joining us. We know it is a jam-packed FIFA 21 season that you're in the middle of, but the EClub World Cup is here. And how are you guys getting on?
Yeah, December, it was a tough month, but obviously we had the first week of Club World Cup, which was good, just to get into that, I guess, professional mindset again of competing.
Yeah, the first week of Club World Cup was completed. I was really not happy with myself. I felt I let Ryan down and even the guys at Man City behind me. It's fine, it's a long 5 weeks. I've got a lot of time to prepare, I've got a lot of time to get better, learn the game. And I just want to put myself in a spot where I could say I gave it my all. I practiced all throughout the week, which is what I'm doing now, trying to get better. And hopefully in the second week, I'll do a lot better and put some weight off Ryan.
Now, with everything that's been going on, I know that you guys have been involved in an esports mentoring performance program. Can you explain what that is and how it's been helping you?
Yeah, so for honestly a sustained period of time, we've been having meetings with a psychologist named Edgar, who's been helping a lot with the mental aspects of competing and stuff, because ability-wise, I feel like I'm amazing, but my mental side of the game will drag me down sometimes, especially when you're playing that top-tier opponent, whether it's due to anxiety, nerves, fear.
And people know that we've got the skill. Most people have got the skill, but it's about that mental side getting you to the next level, the next step. That's something me and Ryan's been struggling for a long time. FIFA 19 was a big one for me. And Edgar's been a great help. It's kind of like, I guess, in a way, like a counselor, because you get to open up to him and let all your feelings out, and he's there to help you find ways to make you better.
Now, we know how big practice is when it comes to esports players taking on each other. We know how vital it is for you guys, and I'm involved in the FIFA scene, all right? I see you guys on Twitter. I know the Discord chats are happening, but I've heard that there's some pro tournaments that you guys have been involved in. Tell us about.
So there are pro tournaments hosted by pros within the scene pretty much every day, actually, where you pay a little £5 entry, which is obviously can be tough, but for us, we don't really look at the money wise. We just look at it's the best practice possible. When you're playing for that little cash or something, it adds the little bit more tense. You're a bit more concentrating. It's a bit more sweaty, as FIFA players might say.
Now, we know how important playing FIFA 21 is for you guys, but talk us through what it's like off the console, looking at other players' performances, looking at who you might be coming up against, your general well-being and the mental side of things as well. Talk us through that.
So the hours per day, it sort of varies, in all honesty. So let's say coming off of a weekend, we have Foot Champions where we play 30 games, sometimes 60 games a weekend. Monday, I tend not to play. In all honesty, I sort of take that day off. And then Tuesday, we have pro practice tournaments. We start from around 6 and up to about 10 or 11, depending on how far you reach, on what stage you reach as well. Wednesday, honestly, the exact same thing. So I play another practice tournament. I like to watch over my own gameplay, which obviously is good, but I need to start watching over other players' gameplay as well. There's only so much you can learn from your own mistakes and your own, I guess, things that you do well as well. So yeah, I need to do that. But as I said, that's pretty much the same routine for the next couple of weeks because of the Club World Cup qualifiers, which begin on Thursday again and Friday, if we reach that stage, which we will. And then Saturday, we have the Champions Cup qualifiers, plus Weekend League, and then Sunday as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks in the month of January.
Never had a chance, not never.
Now, Jolien, we've just seen what Shells and Ryan get up to preparing for a tournament as big as the EClub World Cup as well. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't know that there's a mental health coach, there's playing and practicing against other pros. There's so much that goes into preparing for a big tournament. Do you see any similarities into you as a professional football player?
Yeah, definitely. Again, the probably wording of it is probably different. Like mental health coach, sports psychologist, similar probably remit in regards to what they do and what they support you around. But it's vitally important now, especially with the current situation we've been allowed outside as much. So I'm sure they kind of need to unfocus, which is equally as important as focusing on the game. And obviously there's a lot of analysing their performance, opposition. So they're the similarities, obviously. It's probably only now the kind of physical aspects of it all, but again the mental one is still there, and it's vitally important, and that you kind of train to a level where you can compete, but also recover from that as well, because recovery is vitally important.
Now, Jolien, I hate to break it to you, even if we give you coaches, even if we put you up against the best players in the world, it's not going to improve your performance, mate.
But it'll still be better than yours.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it'll still be better than yours. I would never be. I don't care if I never play FIFA again until FIFA 29. I will still be better than you.
Never had a chance, not never.
Right, so there we have it. January's in the game, done and dusted. We'll be back in February to look at how Manchester City have performed for this week, how the EClub World Cup has been, and who was chosen in the team of the year. Who made that final 11? We will find out. As ever, I'm Kyle Walker. I'm joined by
Jody Leicester.
And we couldn't end this show without having a look back at the best bits of 2020.
As February approaches, we turn our attention to a different type of football across the Atlantic. Boys, the Super Bowl is coming up.
San Marino and them, mate.
Game.
Tell our bellies.
I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, it is popping off here, but here's what's coming up in today's episode.
Oh, that's spinning. Oh! Oh, okay, let's try that one.
He said in his words, he's towing.
Cold got him, man.
Yeah.
Got his jaws lapped in.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shucks, he's absolutely done you, by the way. Oh my God.
Oh, he's just put it through my legs.
Never had a chance, not never.